Uh, let's get this over with. Hey guys, what's up everyone, and welcome to Young Titan World. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm also having quite a day myself, having to move out to my new place at the same time as going to my other side to go and move out and go to the new place. It's like this activity board is quite packed up, if you know what I mean. But there is never not a time to review a perfect movie. And today, yes, we're going to be talking about a movie. Not just any movie, a horror movie. Now, horror doesn't really strike me as something that would keep me up at night, because, I kind of feel like after that I should have had nightmares, but I slept almost too much. Maybe it could be the trauma that is chasing me, or the fact that that movie wasn't exactly scary. Now, drum roll please. The movie we're going to be talking about is Evil Dead Rise, or Dead Evil Rise. I don't remember the actual, lineup of the name, but it has all those words in, that's for sure. And yes, it was an interesting movie to watch. The scary part, a little bit, all right? I wasn't spooked to my core, but some parts really made me go, "Ooh, so you're like that? Huh, that's crazy." First-handed comment above all else, they used so much fake blood. My gosh, they must have gone for a whole tanker of that stuff. They filled up an entire elevator, and they did make sure that every single person that was acting has to have a crazy side. I mean, like a really crazy, psychotic, like rage side, because they delivered beautifully. The story actually started at the beginning, where one of the persons possessed by the demon, was supposed to go for, a weekend away from all the drama. Just a nice little cozy time with their bestie and the bestie's boyfriend. At least that was what was supposed to happen. That was the actual thing. But yes, she came down with a fever. She wasn't able to do anything about it, so she was trying to sleep it off. But boom, there comes drama. The demon decided to have a way with the bestie, ripped off her fucking hair and a piece of her head. It's like she ripped off the skin that was underneath the hair, that took everything off. It's kind of gory. It's not totally gory. And, as far as I can tell, it was really interesting, okay? It's kind of like, it's got that gentle spook in it, It's not totally scary. It just makes you go, oh, wow, you're trying to freak me out. I could say it's almost working if it wasn't a little bit funny, it ticked every box in the attempt to scare me category. We've got the deranged look. They got that on check, especially the chick with the red hair. She delivered that part beautifully. Her smile was much more freakier than Joker's, and he put in a lot of work to make that happen. The characters were a little bit mild. I wouldn't say that they were the best thing that happened to it, but they all helped in a certain way. I kind of feel like the story would have been a no-brainer, or it would have been a no-go if it wasn't for the blonde-haired bloke who decided that he was going to pick up an ancient book from the cellars of a forgotten bank storage department. I mean, everything was just so beautifully done. I did like it. I mean, the blood was a little bit too much, but hey, if you want to do a horror movie, I don't know if you could go so far without some blood in the picture or some really messed up stomach problems, because the diamond, it had them vomiting like quite a lot. Not just that, I mean, like, if you wanted to calculate the amount of body mass that they puked out, it's relatively more than an actual body or an actual baby. And that's not something that the stomach can contain. So maybe if you take at it from the scientific aspect, everything is not going to make sense unless you assume that there's like a portal to hell in their gut. There was one pretty gore moment where one of the characters was like chewing on glass. Okay, that part that part got to me. Because she was swallowing the glass and it went down her throat and it cut through her throat and then it went down either way. Oh God, it was so crazy. It was so horrifying. Okay, that part I gotta admit. That part they put in the work, okay? So I'm gonna give them credit where credit is due. That glass chewing scene was nuts. It was psycho. Whoever thought about that? It's like they read my mind of stuff that I don't want to see, and it's like, he doesn't want to see a person chewing on, wait, what? Is he talking to me? They don't want to see a person chewing ice, so they better have that person gone. But, regardless, I enjoyed the movie entirely. It was really not nail-biting. I kind of assumed that everyone was gonna die. That's the first thing. Don't get attached to any character in a horror movie because you don't know who is gonna get killed. Actually, you can if you decide to analyze it. If they become a little bit too adorable, then they're the ones that will be left out of the picture. Or the person trying to figure everything out. That's the person that is gonna save the day, And out of everyone that was in that room, everyone died. Every side character. They just killed all of them. There were like 7. And they killed everyone and left 2. The kid, well, let's say 3, because there was one in her tummy. But she didn't get to act out, so she doesn't get no pay. So let's just say that it's just those 2 that made it out alive. Yes, this is a spoiler-filled review. Honestly, the storyline was a little bit, it wasn't all that in the beginning. Where things actually got serious was when you take the flashback a day earlier, when your whole movie could happen in a day. Because as far as I can tell, I've been watching Marvel, and Marvel has been doing this like 3 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, 20 years later, 6 months later. Did you see that? Another galaxy, which has every day the equivalence of 1 year. Oh wait, that's the quantum realm. Anyways, whatever it is, the timeline was just in 2 days. But I guess it goes to show you a lot can happen in 2 days. So, there's that. It was really fun to watch. I wouldn't say that it's the most spookiest thing I've ever watched. Compared to the last scary movie I watched, I'd say this one's scarier. I'm pretty sure I made a review about a scary movie earlier, but I can't for the life of me remember it. But yeah, this one was relatively more scarier. At least we've got the red-haired crazy woman. We've got the sister. The daughter sister that was definitely psychotic. But yes, it was fun to watch. It was really fun to watch. And I do recommend it for you if you haven't watched it. But if you've watched this, technically it means I've spoiled it for you. And for that, I apologize. But regardless of the case, you will not remember after the end of this review, so go watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. We hit 2K, 2.4K actually. That's quite désolé. That's going to be everything for today. I will check back with you guys later. Until then, Young Titan out. Thanks for watching.
Tá